Hello, Patriot friends!
Hello, Patriots, Anons, and digital soldiers.
This is Carrie.
This is Joel.
And we are the Quiet Boys.
Of Truth.
Alright, as always, shout out to our subscribers. You guys are the reason we're here, and we are so grateful to you for sending people our way.
Absolutely. And if you are new here, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and toggle that little notification bell.
Yeah, we're almost at our goal of 145. We're getting closer every day. I think we're at 138 right now. 7 away. 7 away.
Alright, so first we want to show you guys a video. It's on Twitter, and this comes from Darkly Illuminated, and they say, when an awakened soul tries to spread truth bombs.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about what it's like.
That's pretty much it.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah. They're terrified. Oh.
Poor little guy's like, what? What did I do?
What? Come back, guys.
All right. And next up, we want to show you that Dingleberry, who we shall not name, but who tried to pull people away from the QAnon movement.
Oh my
It
gosh.
seems that he might be getting his own Netflix series.
This is ridiculous.
It's pretty stupid.
This is so dumb.
Anyway, here we go.
Does this guy really think he's Q?
He might be, what's that, delusional? It's very possible, and that's why they might be using him.
Freaking Netflix. You know, I could go on about Netflix, but yeah, you guys probably already know.
So, this is, this guy's a Dingleberry.
He looks like a cross between Max Headroom and Ace Ventura.
Yeah. This little idiot tried to come in and pull a bunch of people away from the QAnon movement by saying he was Q. If you're listening to our channel, we want you to know that he is not, and he's never been a part of the QAnon movement. Unfortunately, there were some people that followed him.
Really?
Yes, there were some diehard people that followed him and believed he was Q.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
Do they still think that?
some do, yes, and that's unfortunate.
He's wearing a shirt that says fomenting discord.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
guys.
Anyway,
Come
let's
on.
take a listen to what he has to say.
Not too much, though. Cause,
Yeah, not too
Yeah,
much.
he kind of makes me want to gag.
Yeah, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit thinking about him.
Hi, everybody. My name's Austin. I'm a Dingleberry. Everybody thought I was part of the QAnon movement. I was here to show social discord. Now I'll get my own Netflix series. If you're still following me, you're really good about it. Alright, thank you very much.
Wait. I was wrong. I love it. I love hearing him. Let's
Yeah,
play
he's,
some more.
He's kind of... I think he's got some serious, like, honestly, like, some serious delusional issues.
Yeah. I mean, clearly it's either that or
I think that's why they used him.
they're just using him like a puppet. Maybe they paid him, maybe...
Yeah.
Maybe
But if
he
y'all
believes this
remember,
stuff, maybe
he
he
had
doesn't.
to
Oh.
go to court over this because he got in some big trouble. So I'm just telling you guys now, don't follow this guy. Don't listen to anything he says, okay? This guy is not a part of QAnon, never has been. He's just there to sow discourse and to throw people off. Don't follow him.
So discord?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't even look at him and keep a straight face.
No.
So, yeah, guys,
Yeah,
this guy
steer
is
clear
definitely not legit.
of this guy.
Just the fact that he's going to be on Netflix, that should tell you everything.
Exactly,
you need to know right
exactly.
There. Right there.
You know, and one of the biggest things is he came out and said that he was QAnon. If you go back and look, there is a very specific post where Q says no comms outside the board. Evidently, this guy didn't read that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and I'm
Well,
sorry
I
to
mean-
say that some people probably read it and didn't remember it, or they just didn't read that post at all. But Q has been very clear, there are no comms outside the board. This guy is false. This guy is part of the enemy. He's part of the problem. Anyway, don't follow this guy. He's an idiot, a loser, and he's just trying to rip apart the movement.
Right. Oh, were you going to talk about that girl?
What girl?
the girl, I'm gonna stab anyone who says that Black lives don't matter.
All right, guys. So y'all remember that little gal yesterday who was saying she was gonna stab someone who said all lives matter? Mm-hmm. Well,
and then
today...
hold up her paperclip. Not paperclip.
Her paper cut?
Yes, her paper cut. Her paper cut.
Well, anyway, today, apparently she got fired from her job.
And now she's crying about it and blaming the conservatives for putting and spreading her message out there on social media.
Right.
You posted it on social media.
What did you think was going to happen, you
How is this
idiot?
conservatives' fault?
You are so dumb.
How is this anyone's fault but your own?
Right. Anyway, these people are stupid. But I wasn't originally going to play the video, but...
Right, because we didn't want to give her any more attention, because that's probably what this is all about. But, yeah, this one's pretty funny.
But this comes from Dre Fanzor, and I follow him on Twitter. You guys should, too, for some freaking hilarious memes.
Yeah, this one's
I'm going to go
good.
ahead and play it.
Yeah, do it.
I know this is what Trump supporters wanted, because standing up for Black Lives Matter put me in a place online to be seen by millions of people. The job that I had worked really hard to get and meant a lot to me just called me and fired me because of everything.
Well, you know what?
Do you know what online means when you post something
that means
online?
The whole world can see it potentially.
Yes. So be
I love where I paused it,
with
though.
what you post online. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, we're going to get into the Q post now.
You know what, though? The difference between people like this and us Trump supporter, conservative, Republicans, whatever you want to call us, humanitarians, we don't go around threatening people. We don't go around saying we're going to stab people. We're not the violent ones, y'all.
Yep. Peaceful until provoked.
All right, guys. Post 4546 from June 30th at 1:00 a.m. They sent positive COVID-19 patients from Mexico into California to reignite the virus. Wave 2. All right, so we have two articles here. The first one is from NewYorkTimes.com, and Q says, camouflaged by protests, riots. COVID-19, Wave 2. Positive patients in Mexico were quietly routed to California.
Huh.
The swelling numbers of COVID-19 patients entering the United States from Mexico comes as many parts of California have pushed down their infection rates, enables many counties to lift stay-at-home restrictions and reopen businesses. So of course, now with this huge influx of COVID-19 positive patients coming over from Mexico into California, now of course, all of that is shut down, right? So they've finally gotten to the point when they can lift the restrictions. And now the restrictions are going to be back on double time, right?
Yeah.
There goes all the small businesses, everything is shut down again.
Yeah,
because
but it's interesting how they point out that they were quietly transferred to California, which means they didn't want anybody to know they were bringing them in, so they could make the COVID boom happen again, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and say they smuggled them in, because that's probably exactly what they did.
Just real quick, guys, this is the gist of the article, so we'll leave the link for you, of course, but we're not going to read the whole article. It's a rather long one. Baja California is a state? What?
I didn't think so.
In the article, it says Baja California is the state adjacent to California. Apparently, it's a state in Mexico, which maybe I'm just not up on my geography, but
You should know this. You're from California.
I am from California. I've heard of Baja California, but I've never heard Baja referred to as a state adjacent to California.
Well, then
What
I'm
the
really going to
hell?
blow your mind and tell you about Baja, Idaho.
Shut up. No, Baja, Idaho.
I know.
Oh my god.
It's between Canada and Idaho. Up near the Panhandle.
Baja, Idaho. Oh man, that's gonna be if that becomes a real thing, I swear, dude.
It's over.
Dude,
We're done.
We're done. Oh my god.
All right.
Hey, can you guys do me a favor and leave something in the comments and let me know if you've heard of Baja California being a state adjacent to California, because I feel a little crazy right now. Okay. The next article is an update from Governor Gavin Newsom, and Q says, how do you maintain control of the narrative, mail-in voting necessary, and attempt to keep control of population? Next challenge, rise in cases due to testing increase, and Mexico to California, but overall decrease in death rates, nursing home scandal in public domain, no longer a viable option. Q. So we know way too much about what they did in the nursing homes. Way too many people know. That's now out there. So they can't get away with doing that anymore. So they had to think of something else to do, right? Mm-hmm. So what better way? Bring all these people from Mexico to California to up those numbers. Got to keep those numbers up. Got to keep them up so we can close everything down and make sure that we have mail-in voting.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we will leave the link for that article as well, so you can check it out.
All right, so post 4547 dropped 30th of June 2020 at 10:12 a.m. The Lone Warrior, and this is the title of a song that Q linked us to. It's over 7 minutes. We won't play it here for copyright reasons.
Yeah.
But you guys can go check it out. It's actually pretty awesome music.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful music. All right, guys, post 4548 from June 30th at 11:39 a.m. Mayor Bill Deblasio released 650 plus inmates who are free to commit crimes without consequence. The first thing we have here is a tweet that we will go to in just a second. We've also got a couple articles, and Q pulled the most important part of those articles out, and we will read that. But we are just going to leave the links for those articles down in the description. For the tweet at the top, Q says, does a combination of prisoner release plus mask mandate provide for a more dangerous environment to citizens? And we will click on that and see that for sure. Yes, it absolutely does, for the video that's on there. And then the next one is an article from the New York Post. And so we have, as an example, when we learned last week that Brand was about to use her authority to order an across-the-board release of hundreds of inmates serving city sentences, we were assured that the release would not include those serving time for domestic violence or sex offenses, given the risks to victims, the letter states. Unfortunately, we later learned that such individuals were indeed included in the ranks of those to be released. De Blasio said Sunday that more than 650 inmates had been released over coronavirus concerns. This is absolutely ludicrous.
Cool, then why are you guys trying to send Roger Stone there?
Yeah, it's okay to
if
send
it's such a big deal.
an absolutely non-violent person.
The hypocrisy of this is they're letting violent offenders out, and they're trying to put people who are running their business and not doing anything wrong, just following the law, in jail.
Exactly.
What are these people thinking?
It's not that I'm saying that inmates shouldn't have rights, okay? You know, Joel and I have both worked in the corrections system.
But they don't get the rights you and I
rights.
get. They should not have those. Because if you do the crime, you do the time. You lose your right to vote. You lose all that stuff because you have done something wrong. And you are now paying the price for your crime.
So there has to be a way that we can deal with the coronavirus concerns for inmates without releasing violent inmates, right?
Right.
I mean, come on.
There is a way. There's plenty of ways. Not this, though.
It's just so frustrating, you know?
Yeah,
it really is. All right, so the next one is from NBC New York, and we have hundreds of prisoners released early from Rikers due to COVID concerns are being enabled to re-offend again and again without consequences, law enforcement leaders say. Cause and effect, do you see what is happening? Q. This is all part of their master plan.
Yeah. People are starting to see the hypocrisy and the corruption of these governors. And it's true. It's never been so on display or in the light before.
Well, yeah.
But we can see it now.
Exactly. I mean, when we have something that allows them to release violent criminals, people start paying attention.
And
go, wait a minute.
If you are awake, and if, or even if you're not awake and you're seeing this, and you still think these are good people, you really need to do some fact-checking and some digging, because the people who are letting this happen, in fact, mandating that it happens, that we release violent criminals, are evil pieces of scum.
Right, and you guys probably know that.
You guys already know that. I mean, you're listening to us, and you're listening to other channels, and not just us. You're also doing your own research, which is great, and we highly encourage you to do that.
Discernment is everything right now.
Search for yourself.
Discernment is everything right now.
Yeah. Don't let us tell you what to think, but I'm pretty sure we can all agree that what's going on right here is completely insane and wrong.
It's terrible. Okay, guys, so here it is. It's from NYC Scanner at NY Scanner. 64-year-old woman choked and robbed in Manhattan. Call NYPD if you can ID the suspect. Well, we were just talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Of course we can't ID the suspect because the suspect is wearing a mask.
Right, but here's the thing. This is what happens when they let these violent offenders out, guys.
Yeah, so this is exactly what we just
This
read.
is somebody's
This is the
grandmother.
violent criminals being released and being allowed to wear masks.
Real big dude choking out an old lady. Wow.
I hope somebody can figure out who
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, that's so
This
sick and
can't be
wrong.
allowed to happen.
Nope.
This is not the world that we want to live in.
Nope. I don't want my
Or this can
children or
happen.
anybody else's children or my grandchildren to grow up in this type of world, guys. That's why we're changing it. Post 4549 dropped 30th of June 2020 at 11:47 a.m. House Democrats to begin impeachment inquiry against AG Bill Barr. Q-proof? Yes, definitely a Q-proof. Q says, like clockwork. All right, let's go check out that Twitter account. All right, this tweet comes from Chad Pergram at Chad Pergram. Democratic Tennessee Representative Cohen introduces resolution to House to begin impeachment inquiry into Barr. Has 35 co-sponsors. Says Barr obstructs justice by favoring the president's friends and political allies. He abuses his power by using the Department of Justice to harass, intimidate, and attack disfavored Americans. Huh, really? Well, Q has been telling us for a while that they were going to go after Barr and Durham.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, our
We've just been
response to
waiting.
this was down here. Little ways, and I think it's fitting.
I love this.
yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Precisely on schedule. I mean, it is, though. I mean, now
Yeah.
we knew this was
Exactly,
coming, and we
yeah.
knew it was going to happen now, guys.
We knew. Okay, so post 4550 is from June 30th at 12 o'clock p.m. And it's titled, People Must See the Evil in Our Midst for Themselves. It's the only way forward.
Yep.
So we have an Anon on the board who posted the following. I see what's happening, but I would like to see you guys doing something about it already. We know all of this. We are helpless to it all. So the real question, Q, is, do you see what is happening? Q's response to this, fear not. We are not helpless. Enough must see. It is the only way. You are being presented with the gift of vision, ability to see clearly what they've hid from you for so long, illumination. Their deception, dark actions on full display. People are waking up en masse. People are no longer blind. Do you think it's a coincidence they banned and prevent you attending church, house of worship? Anti-American, anti-God. One must only look to see. Have faith in humanity, have faith in yourself. Let light guide you. Find peace through prayer. Biblical. Q.
Yeah, so I see this Anon's point because
see
they're
it too.
feeling frustrated, and a lot of people
We've all
are.
been feeling that.
But
We've
guys-
all felt it.
Like, here's the point. Yes, as Anons, we know, and we've been waiting for this to happen, right? And so a lot of people who are already awake are starting to feel frustrated because there was a lot of people who thought within the first 3 months that Q came out that, yay, they're going to arrest everybody.
Right, it's
And
happening
then it
right
didn't
now,
happen,
and
then they got
no.
upset. Guys, what's going on here is it's not what's happening right now isn't for those who are awake. It's not for us, guys. It's for those people who are sleeping. They need to see this because they need to wake up. They need to get a fire lit under their arse so they will stand up and unite with us.
Right.
Be woken up and join our cause because we are trying to root these evil pieces of crap out. And that's
And-
exactly what we're going to do.
We need enough of us to see this, to come to this, on their own with a little help and guidance from us.
Yes.
You know, but they have to come to see it on their own.
Yes, they have to be shown. We can't. You guys have probably told people till you're blue in the face the truth, right? And they write it off as you're crazy. That's why they have to see it, and then they'll realize and internalize that as a truth within their own little Overton window of belief.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do that, guess what? Now they're not thinking you're crazy. They're like, wow, did you know this? Did you know this? And you could tell them, yeah, this is what I've been trying to tell you. And they'll be like, what? Why didn't you tell me sooner? I mean, that kind of stuff will happen. And it'll be kind of frustrating. But just have, you know, like we said before, save some space for grace with people who are waking up and who are still asleep, who are coming to the awakening.
I feel like that's why I'm here on the planet right now, is to assist in this process. I think there's a lot of other people out there, a lot of you listening,
Who feel the same
who probably
way.
feel like that too.
What a
first
time
part-
to be alive, though, hey?
It is. It's like really exciting, actually. But you know, the first part of our mission, or whatever you want to call it, is waking them up. The second part is being here for them when that happens.
Post 4551, drop 30th of June 2020 at 1:48 p.m. Joe Biden, I'm not going to follow...
No, I'm gonna follow.
I'm going to follow the doc's orders. I will not hold any rallies.
Of course, you're not gonna hold any
So
rallies.
we've got a link to the
Joe.
Gateway Pundit, and it's pretty short. And basically all it says is Joe Biden's not going to hold any rallies and that he's going to follow the doctor's
He's
orders.
following the doc's orders.
But here's the thing. He doesn't want to hold rallies because the truth is, if he had to hold a rally, guys, it would be embarrassing because there would be like 4 or 5 people there, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Now the other thing too,
The tape on the floor.
right?
Little circles.
These little donuts. Anyway, the other thing is too is he doesn't want to have to debate Trump, guys. That would be a knockout in the first round. In the first round, guys.
He can't
There would
form
be-
a coherent sentence.
No, he'd be like, well, you
imagine a rally?
you know the thing. Yeah, that's Joe. Anyway, Q says, how do you prevent public embarrassment regarding lack of crowd size? Joe. How do you continue to con regarding fake poll leading? How do you support mail-in ballot election fraud? Election was not rigged. All polls showed Biden had double-digit lead versus POTUS example. Who benefits the most? Is this about the virus or the election? Q. Exactly, guys. Joe doesn't want to have to go up against Trump because he will get the snot slapped out of him, guys.
All polls showed Biden had double-digit lead versus POTUS.
Yeah, but didn't they do that with Hillary Clinton and stuff too? They're like, oh, she got a huge lead over Trump, and then look what happened.
Oh yeah, she was the projected winner,
And
of course,
I'll
because
say
they're
it again.
making it all up.
If you guys have been polled, let us know in the comments because we sure as crap have never been polled, ever. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't know anybody that's been polled.
Yeah, I don't
It
either.
makes me wonder, like, could they be making them up? Huh? What do you think?
This is the perfect excuse for him to, not have to have a rally.
Yep.
Following the doc's orders. I'm being the safe, smart one.
I'm Joe Biden.
Unlike Trump.
And I forgot this message.
Biden been hiding.
Biden been hiding. All right, guys, so that will do it for our Q post for June 30th.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here with us, guys. We really appreciate your support.
We appreciate you.
If you are new here, please, if you are enjoying our content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, toggle that little notification bell so you're notified when we put out new videos. And until next time, Patriots and Ons and Digital Soldiers, where we go one, we go on.
Love you
Good night,
guys. Have a
Patriots.
wonderful